Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome back to yet another one of our free live streams. Today, I am joined by the ever so lovely Psychic Rika. Rika, how are you today?
Good. Hello. I'm great. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful day.
Absolutely. It's a really good day. I'm so excited to have you here, and I think it's going to be a really good next hour that we have together. Really quick, before we start answering questions, I do just want to go over the ground rules that I have for everybody. I'm sure if you come to our lives a lot, you're probably sick of me going over the rules, but I have to, so bear with me. Rule number one, there are no questions. Please don't ask questions about anything health related or law related. So we aren't able to answer anything about fertility or social security or anything like that. COVID. If you ask one of those questions, I will have to ignore you. Please be as specific as possible with your question. So if you are talking about a potential person of interest, please include their name, their birthday, anything will help Rika connect faster. For all of our new customers, we do have a promo code for you guys as always. So if you are new to California Psychics and you want to give it a try, go ahead and go on over to our website and use the promo code RIKA5. I have it down here on the screen displayed. And you guys will get $5 automatically added to your California Psychics account for your first reading. So definitely recommend if you're new to go ahead and take advantage of that awesome offer. And my last thing that I have for you guys, we've been getting a few messages about some scammers, some people pretending to be from California Psychics or pretending to be psychic and going into, our viewers' DMs and offering them a reading. I just want to be clear that this is the only place where we do live readings on social media, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, and sometimes on our Instagram. So if anybody else reaches out to you and pretends to be us, I would kindly suggest blocking them or ignoring them just for your safety. But those are all my ground rules. Rika, are you ready to dive in?
I am ready. And for me, birthdays, things like that, they're not of much relevance for me. The most important thing is if you're, I know it's on a live, so I would say include names, but you're probably not going to do that either if you're asking about someone in case they're listening. So just a straight up question is really all that is needed.
Okay.
And I can't, and just so they know, you've already told them, but I can't see your comments. Bree's going to facilitate all of it for me.
Mhm.
So if anyone's out there that, I've talked to, I love you and thank you for being here, but I'm not going to know it. I mean, I might know it, but
if I see any shout outs, I'll put them on the screen so you can say hi.
Okay.
Okay, let's start off with our first question. Let's find a good one. Let's see. Okie dokie. I have one from Shyla over on Facebook, and her question is, when do you see me getting married?
Okay. And what I want you to do, Shyla, is just take a deep exhale. Think of the word listen. Let go of your thoughts, right? You don't want me picking up on too much. Okay, her marriage. They show her married anywhere from 9 months
Mm,
minimum.
mm,
They go up to a year and 3 months. So today is June of 22. Sounds like 23. Sounds like it could be next year, easy in the spring, or it could be right past into the 24th, into 24 year. So
mm,
anywhere from 9 months, we'll take it up to 15. Yep.
mm,
And it's the person she's thinking of, by the way, even if she doesn't believe it, even if they've been broken up for a couple of months,
mm.
and even if like all the odds are against her, which is a hard way to get a prayer answered, to really want something, but make all the odds against you. A little bit twisted in the head with that. So let's make all the odds for you so it can happen sooner. There's also a military connection to this person, either by the person they're asking about or someone that's passed away. But there's a strong, or her, of course, but there's a strong military connection. If she's able to confirm that, that would be great.
Totally. Yeah. I'll look for her comments to see if she says anything. But in the meantime, I'll go on to our next
Great.
question from Stacy over on Facebook. This is a big one. Hi, Psychic Rika. My best friend / boyfriend Mark and I were living together and dating till last September. Then he got sick and I did something really stupid with our relationship. He had to move 4 hours away with his family to get better, and we have not been in contact since. I feel he loves me and I love him very much. Do you see him contacting me soon? And if so, when to talk and reconcile and start over again?
Okay, my first instinct with you was to get the courage to reach out to him, even if you're blocked or whatever. My first instinct is that how much you want to reconnect and communicate with this person. And in this circumstance, I feel like you doing that is okay. Now you may be like, no way, I'm not going to do that. And I hear you. So then I need you to start a daily, like a 10, because I'm thinking by July 11th, the two of you can communicate. Yep, you can break a year cycle, you can break a 2 year cycle. I'll even care if it was 10 years, right? They say that by July 11th, these two, we can make it a time frame if you want, like July 11th to the 14th, but they're making me say these two can communicate. So what I want you to start with today is just start with a simple like morning meditation or evening. It could be 5 minutes, but the prayer needs to be this. You need to write it down verbatim. So if we can put it in her comment, I don't know if you can do that, but like it needs to be, no matter what, this is the year of breakthrough. My heart seeks to communicate with his heart. I will, by taking this 5-minute action of my own accord for my own meditation, create the circumstance for communication. When you start every day creating the circumstance for communication, all sorts of things begin to happen to get you to that communication. So it could be out of the blue. It could mean that he ends up being the one to reach out. Like none of those things are against it, but your seeking spirit is what's going to bring it forward. If all you're ever doing is going in his mind and what's he going to do and struggling that way, it's very difficult for you to get that kind of breakthrough that you're looking for because you're never really doing anything. You're just contemplating a mind. But when you get your prayer connected to an action, then things can break through. I'm surprised you didn't talk 3 or 4 months ago. Your energy feels like you should have talked in January or February. Like you feel like you've communicated for more than just like, I think you said a whole year or something, like September. It seems like you could have, December, January. I definitely think you're on this person's mind. I think he loves you very much. I think you guys can come back together as friends, communicate. And then once you break through all these things, there may be a second opportunity for romance in September. There's energy of children even. So you may even be able to go back to where you were before. But it's not going to happen unless you really say, somehow in my life, I will create the circumstance for this communication. It's like anything else. I'm going to create a circumstance for this job. I'm going to create the circumstance for this. So you have to create the circumstance. Why is it possible for you to create it? Because you have a life-death principle like everybody else. So of course you have the ability. And plus it's something you really are heartfelt about. But it's going to be heart to heart. It's not mind. It's not a willpower. Yeah, that's right. I feel like she's hearing this. I don't know if she really is, but I feel like she's getting the message, or she will really understand what's being said. Please create the circumstance. And then that way it's not what do I see him doing to you? I see that you're going to create a circumstance where you'll be able to make a breakthrough. And then really you're going to be able to really communicate your sorrow. And that to me is the most important thing. It's much easier to do that than go, what is someone going to do to me?
Oh, that's awesome. Love that. Okay, let's move on to our next question. I have one from Pari. Hi, Bree and Rika. I'm moving to a new city this fall for studies. How do you see that going? Super nervous and would love some insight in anything that comes through.
I hope this studies have something to do with entrepreneurship. I mean, as soon as I was about to say that, I felt a medical energy connected to you, which may be true of your life or your family, or maybe you're a healer inside. It's going to come through these other systems you make, but you're someone that should be an entrepreneur and put things into place. So I hope this is part of your studies, like a wealth entrepreneur, like how to build wealth, how to build sustainable communities, business, things like that. You're really pretty amazing, but I do think that I think I need a higher standard. I think you need to go way beyond these studies and really decide what is your purpose and mission on earth. So if these studies become successful, no matter what. There's also an A connection to you. This A could obviously go with your name. These are first initials. When I bring up initials or names, it's always about the first initial of any of the names, first, middle, or last. Like I'm not looking for the A in the middle of a name. Like that's too general. like, but there's an A. So it could be the city, it could be about the college, it could be a parent level, but you're amazing. But I do feel that your nervousness, like you need a bigger vision. Like, I don't think your vision is big enough for you. And if you're like, I have a huge vision, well, then you need to connect with it deeper. I feel like there was a loss in your life, like a trauma of some sort 2 or 3 years ago, which has affected you. That loss could be loss of study, loss of job. It could be loss of an actual family member. But I just think that you're a little bit, back there, like 2.5, 3 years ago. So obviously this new adventure in September is just so fantastic for you. I do think you're going to be at the top of it, but I need a bigger vision. I need to know why you are going to do what you're going to do, and, really connect to a higher level. You're not going to fail. It's going to be good no matter what, but you need to expand a lot.
Good advice. Rika, I have to say, you are popular. I see a lot of regulars in our chat
Oh,
saying
yeah.
hello. Yeah, we can answer one of them right now. I
I wish I
have
could see that.
one from Jody. She says, Rika, it's your girl Jody, your
Hey,
regular, date
Jody.
of birth 12/20, the super hot gym guy with the red shorts that kept checking me out. Is he a weird soul connection? It felt like it. And will it turn
Only
into
weird because of the red shorts.
something?
Only weird because you're weird. No. Let's find out. I like how you describe him. Is it Anthony? What's his name, Jay? Girl, you got to find out his name. You know what I feel? I feel you do. I mean, this sounds crazy, but yeah, they say that you can make a soul connection here, but it's like you have like some rhythm, like it's like an artistic nature together. You have something, a project you can do together. It can certainly turn to love. Let's see how we get this out. Honey, first off, he checks you out because you are attractive. That's what he checks you out because you're cute. You've been trying to get your attention. This was sent by a granddaddy. They literally give the same initial as you, which is a J or G above you. I hope this person has passed or they're connected to the living one with this name. But they say this is coming from like a grandfather or that kind of elder energy trying to set you up. You've been asking for a long time, which is like 3 to 6 months, I guess. We'll move so fast. That's a long time for a certain specific way of being. You've been sick of these other people. This person's right here for you. I would go on a hike with him. Let's get a date. Let's go on a hike. Let's go outside. Let's get it moving on. Now, his mother, there's something about his mother energy. And I think that, like, I don't know how to explain that because obviously it means that something happened with his mom, in my opinion, which you may find out. You can't verify. But I feel like if you really pray to connect to his mother's heart, because whether she's living or past, because you can't verify that for me. But if you really pray to connect to his mother's heart, this guy would probably ask you out in 1 week. Okay, so write that down. If you pray to connect to his mother's heart, he can actually approach you in 1 week, and the two of you kids can get out for a little post-workout smoothie. You know what I mean? And so I'm always looking for the causal chain of what connects a heart to a heart and how we break through on really easy levels. And it's through his mother's heart. So yeah, just make that connection in your prayer.
Ooh, that is exciting.
I want to know too. We have to get feedback in the end, right? We have to find
Totally.
out. So call,
Absolutely.
baby.
Keep us updated, Jody. I will look for your comments for sure. Really quick, just want to shout out some people that are watching. We have about 130 people here right now. That is awesome. Hello, Katie from YouTube, Shelly from YouTube,
Wow.
Lisa over on Facebook, Valerie on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for spending a little part of your Monday with us. We are so happy that you're here. And we're going to try to answer as many questions as we can. So
At the end, we're going to do some tarot, by the way, too. We'll do
we
cards
are
for
going to do
everyone.
that. Yes, we'll save that for like the last 15 minutes. And we do have to leave about 5 minutes earlier today. So in about 20 minutes, we'll dive into the tarot. Let's see. I just saw a really good question from Jean over on Facebook. She says, I'm new here. Can you please help me? I need help moving forward after my twin passed. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see how to help you. I'm going to take an exhale. I'm going to think of the word listen. I'm going to hear what to help you. Well, they immediately said that you are definitely like someone that heals best through action. So I saw immediately like you doing some kind of special memorial. Like, I know obviously someone's died. We're going to do a memorial. So I'm not talking genuinely. I feel like there's an audience for you to speak to really talk about this situation. I also feel that you've had many near-death experiences somehow, and that you and this twin are related on a high level. So part of that, like a memorial, could be you writing a book or a story that you end up submitting about the other side. To me, you have a very strong connection. Now, they make me feel that I'm also an M letter is coming through. Obviously, we can't do any verification here, so I'm just going to leave it at that. The M is going to be connected, obviously, to the twin or to anyone anyone that's connected to this family with this initial. But it is very strong. But she says, like, you should speak. You need to speak in public about her. You need to tell everyone about her, that, you're not moving on from anything. You're including her in a new way, because life and death are completely interrelated. There is an impossibility to separate them. We are on the planet Earth. Everyone lives and everyone dies. And this is a very unfortunate circumstances. But I feel if you talk about her death out loud, you're going to be saving other people's lives, and that it's imperative that you do that. Also, she says that you have a certain other kind of mission, another public mission, a star mission, and that she's going to be able to help you receive all your benefits. It's like someone that gets Grammy Awards or something. Am I making you a Grammy artist? I don't know that I'm doing that, but I do feel that like there is like higher places you're going to be able to go now with this angel by your side. I don't know who Catherine is, or Katie, or C or K names connected to your family, but that is also coming through for me. Remember, if it comes out real quick, like Katie, Catherine, etc., I'm just going super fast and seizing on the first initial instead of, but it could be Caitlin, or it could be like Cassandra. Like, just know that I'm looking for those initials. Please don't give up. She mentions the month of April, like April 8th, April 9th. I don't know if these are birthdays, what the month of A means. It could be August, obviously, because you went to A or 9, but I'm going to stick with April. Let's stick with the month again, because 8 could be 18 and 8 plus 9 could be 17, but let's just stick with April. I care about you a lot. I'm always there. She knows it already. The things are dropping everywhere around her. She says she hears the crash, the boom, the bang. Is it her? Yes. Also, whatever you're sleeping with, like whatever you've got of her that you're sleeping, you hold on to. I feel like it's a blanket or a nightgown or something like that. Obviously, she wants to talk to you, because you can make me speak way too fast for this particular medium, because we don't have any feedback. But what you can really, 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 really do is tell yourself, I'm not going to move on. I'm taking her with her. I'm taking my sister with me in a brand new way. Death is not a crime. It's not a sentence. It's not a problem to be fixed. It's a fact of life. And let's just take her with you everywhere you go, step by step by step. Like, I'm going to date myself here, but that Mary Tyler Moore show years ago, where Rhoda and Mary were like going down the avenue, like, take her with you, honey, take her where you go. Plus your daughter, something about your daughter. There's a child that's going to be named similar. There's some connection here. And so please, that's how the best way she says is like, please don't think you've lost me. You've gained me in a new form, a supernatural form, a form that can do a lot of stuff for you. I hope that's helpful.
That's beautiful. Okay, let me find another question for you, Rika. Questions are just pouring in super, super fast.
Yeah, this video is, I love this. I love doing these so much, but I love getting like the verification, because the energy gets up. So like, just know that we're limited here, and I hope these things can make sense, but I think they will.
And again, if like you need confirmation, I am looking in the comments. I haven't seen any.
They'll come back probably too.
Yes. Okay, so I have another question from Angelica over on YouTube. She says, does my mother, Jessica, or grandmother, Maria, have any advice for me?
Let's ask for the advice. We're just going to ask for the message then. Put the word listen. Here we go. They tell me that you need to finish a program. Reminds me of like someone that was in nursing school, then stopped. Or it could be, accounting, I guess, although I am picking up on nurses again. Medical energy, by the way, is very easy to pick up on, so it may always gravitate if that's actually a profession. But they said that you're in the middle, like you need to finish what you started. That's the advice they're giving you. So somehow you're on a hiatus. It could be for a number of reasons. I know it's summer, maybe that's it, but I think it's something different. I feel like we got almost all the way through a program, then we stopped. Please pick it up again. You need to finish that situation. If it's a degree, great. If it's a certificate, so you just go to a higher level at work, fine, but you need to finish it. For example, they even said if it's like knowing, a divorce, that is also like something that needs to be finished, but you need to get this finished. The other way to interpret that is that if you have a kid that is not finishing something, they need to finish it. But that's what they're saying. The advice is that we really, 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 really want you to pick up what you put down and move forward in the right direction and finally do what you've said you always wanted to do. Because in 2.5 years, it'll be done, where if you wait, it just still won't.
Everybody, please go ahead and tap your screens. Give us some likes, give us some hearts. Be sure to subscribe and like to our channel and our page so that every single time we do one of these free live readings, you guys will be notified and able to tune in. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on your Monday. We appreciate it so much. Rika, I do have confirmation from Jean, who was a question before the previous, and she said the C name that you were referring to is Callie, who just passed.
But it's not her sister, it's another person.
I am not entirely sure. I'll keep
That's
an
okay
eye
though.
out
That's a good
for-
verification. And that's a good way to just verify everything the sister was saying. So, if Gina's still there, I just want to know, like, did you already write the 4? Did you already write several pages that you're going to give out? Did you write, is this something you shared in memorial for her? Are you getting prepared to give a speak about her? I mean, this is still strong. Also, your grandmother, I guess, a grandmother energy for you talks about literally like a recipe book. It makes you want to make something with strawberries, like a strawberry shortcake or a strawberry parfait. So that energy is also coming through for Jade. And obviously she gave a confirmation, so they want to say more.
Totally. Okay, let's
She'll
find
come
another
back.
question. Yes, I'll be looking for the comments for sure. I have another one from Ashley over on Facebook. She says, "Hi Rika, I just started my new job a week ago. Wanting to know what can I expect being here and how long? Thank you."
Okay. So they say the minimum is 2 to 3 years. And the reason why it would be that short is because then she would move on to a higher level. She has I get marketing business energy with her. She may have the ability to build her own business. They also talk about children with this person. I'm not predicting pregnancy. I'm not trying to be medical. I'm not doing any of that, but it would be something that comes with her aura, meaning either she eventually wants to have a family and this is a job that she can build a family around, and that's obviously future tense. It's not a question about that right now. Or they want me to know that this is a good place for her to work for kids that she already has. Again, we have to get verification of that. But 2 to 3 years, I think it's very good. Is it marketing? Does it have to do with anything with mortgages, business, real estate? It seems like it should. I feel like you could probably work there for 10, 12 years, but maybe in 2 or 3 years, you might be more prepared to do something on your own. It's a very good job. You're very well liked. There's a man there. I hope that's your boss. He does seem relatively your age or a little bit younger. And I feel like we got great ambitions for you. Like we have really high hopes for you. You seem to be knowing what you're talking about. You seem to be worth your salt. Please don't let any kind of antagonism get in the way at this job. When you start new things or sometimes if we're nervous or uncomfortable, we start reverberating with our environment and we think, oh, this person's doing something to us and look what they're thinking, but you're the one that's thinking that, right? So you're picking up on a vibe, but you don't know, right? So don't build any kind of separation or antagonism. If you feel that in your environment, own it for yourself and say, I'm the one that's going to clear my mind. I'm the one that's going to really be able to be number one at my job. And I'm the one that's going to bring unity from all directions. So that's all they're saying. Don't get things twisted. It could just be in the past you've had some negative experiences. So you might just have a little bit of a trigger point. But this should be really wonderful, very successful. Looks like a 6-figure income is available for you. So I hope this is true.
Ooh, that's exciting. Congratulations, Ashley, on the new job. That is
awesome.
Congratulations. Okay, another question from Richard over on YouTube. Please help. Can you tell me if my twin flame Melissa will stop running and come back?
Let me see how she's running. Let me see your relationship to relationship. Okay, so first off, they say this is a prayer that you could have already had several times. Her next pause of running appears to be in less than 3 months. It looks like there's another opportunity, July or August. I think you guys have repetitive opportunities over and over. Let me see why this is your karma. This is your karma because of something that happened when you were 12, the way you process love and relationships. Something happened at a younger age for you. And so this is a memory or like, yeah, like a muscle memory, I guess, or like a habit of some sort. So when you have someone that's running, I think it's twofold. Either that person is really running and then you know it, so then you don't care. But if it's like really like this a constant dilemma and will she stop running, it also means it's a reflection of you and something that happened, in your heart that would make this kind of love all you can handle, right? Even if that's not your intention, of course, that's not what you want it to be. So the first thing I would start praying is that you're able to really stop running, to stop running from family dysfunction, to stop running from whatever happened when you were younger, which it sounds like something really did happen when you were younger, like 12, to stop running from this idea that love is complicated or never works out or, hey, it's for everyone else but not me. Like completely change your mind. Say, I'm going to take total responsibility for the kind of love I want. I'm going to write down that exactly. So number one thing on it would be that your love partner never wants to run away, that you have someone that really wants to be in a relationship. Arisa's coming up. They blocked me. Oh no, go back to him. Okay. Also, Richard, unless this is Reese's energy, either Richard or Reese, one of you has a cougher that's passed away that is trying to make their presence known. Like I'm smoking, I'm coughing, would be lung cancer of some sort or upper respiratory thing. I'm going to try to stay focused with Richard. Although Reese is strong energy, huh? Okay, let's see about this. So I also want you to pray that Melissa is really able to, like, no matter what, feel comfortable in love, to really feel comfortable, and that restless nature of hers is used in more productive ways, that she is able to be responsible for her feelings and isn't afraid the moment that you smile at her that the next thing is that you're going to hate her. So Melissa has something inside of her that doesn't want to take responsibility for love because she's pretty convinced you're going to hate her. She's pretty convinced of it. And if you understand that, great. And if you don't, you really want to pray to her heart in a way that she understands that you're not going to hate her. And whatever this cat mouse thing got, I think she comes to you. I think you shut her down too, though, Richard. I think you need to take responsibility. I think she comes and you have trigger from the past and you guys never get anywhere. So if you want this to happen and she comes back, you're going to have to be the one that says, I'm done with the past and I'm able to go this moment forward. Because the moment she comes back, you remember the past, we're stuck. We're still stuck and we're not going to get anywhere. So if you want to get somewhere, it's not just about getting your prayers answered. It's like you think, oh, well, she stopped writing. It's about keeping those prayers. It's about getting connected to the prediction in such a way that they become your life. How do you make your prediction your life in such a way that the problem disappears? So we're not focused on the problem. We're focused on best possible outcome, best possible solution. These are the ways that you deal with running people. Right? They're serving a purpose for you. They're feeding a story. And you need to find out, are you really outside that story? Or are you the type to keep the story going because it's just maybe easier? That's what I feel. And then the coughing person.
Got it. Okay, let's pull up another question.
That Reese.
Yes, Reese.
She said I got blocked.
Something about being blocked, but
she got blocked.
You're not blocked, Reese. I have your question right here.
Risa.
Hi, Rika. Had a reading with you last year. I'm wondering how my new business will go and if it will be successful.
So is there anything with beauty in this business? Is she right there? She just knew she got blocked. Oh, that was the block? Oh, okay. I get it now. Honey, if this is beauty or branding or you're looking at pretty faces, 100%. 100%. Like I immediately went to the faces. Like this got to be beauty or branding.
She said related to pets.
Mm-hmm. Like to make them beautiful.
Let's see.
Pets are humans these days anyway.
I know, right?
Maybe some marketing I'm supposed to pick up. They said something about like a beautiful faces, things like that. I mean, it's more than veterinarian. It sounds like it's something different because they make me think beauty and branding, even if it is with pets. You're going to make them look pretty for pictures. I wonder what that means. No matter what, it's 100% successful. Maybe they're trying to encourage you to use social media or to use like your face and branding or do really good marketing because those are the energies that are coming up around this. But the thing is, you are going to be successful no matter what. They say she can have 5 businesses and they can all be successful. That if she's not being successful, it's because she's too hung up on a father figure in her life. Like if she's not being successful, there's some sort of connection with a man. Although, it feels like your father would have a good heart for you. So you might either be if you're not being successful, it would mean that you've put that you're expecting other people to behave certain ways to you all the time, and that means that you can't be in your own power. If you're not being successful, which you're not saying that, like you're asking if it will be, it will be. If you're not being successful, it means that you waste your time, you spend too much time contemplating. Maybe this guy is somebody you just think about obsessively. Think about what you do with your daily mind. Like if your mind is over there and you want this business to be successful, yeah, I don't know how she's hearing me, but I'm sure because she just agreed. She said, you're right. I need to get 100% focused. Like, you're right. I need to get focused. I can't keep being out in the air. Did she verify if this is like making animals pretty?
She is selling puppies.
Okay. Cuties, little cuties.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the online presence about how to really market them and make them look really good.
Yeah.
With their photos and their pictures.
Totally.
And do you think she spends too much time in the mind of a man?
If I see any more of her comments,
Okay.
I'll let you know. Let's see. We have about 5 more minutes until we move on to tarot. So let's try to answer as many as possible. I have one from Felinda over on Facebook. Hello, I'm new here. Does my 18-year-old deceased son need me to do anything or have a message for me?
Let's find out. The first initials that came to my mind here, Miss Felinda. And again, remember, he might be calling out his own name, or he might be calling out people that are still alive or people he has met. And since we can't go through the process, I don't know. But I heard the letter D. Made me think of David or Donovan or D, letter D. And then it also made me think of the letter J. So we'll see how these connect to your family, living or passed away. But let's see what he says as far as a message or for you to do anything. I appreciate you. He's laughing at me. He's laughing. He says, I want my room cleaned. Okay, you must have been a great mama. No, you must have been such a good mom, because that means you cleaned his room. He says we need to take care of your health. He's going to the kitchen. He's showing your diet. He talks about just making the meals good. Like, it makes me think, okay, do we prep the meals? Like, I feel like I want to see peppers, like vegetables, like a good diet. Like, I want to take care of your health. It's important that you make good food. That's how he makes me feel. And of course, he may be trying to talk about how good your cooking was. So you're going to know the depth of that message by hearing it. Okay. And I won't try to interpret it too much just because it's not the forum. Yeah, he's worried about he wants you to take care of your health through good diet. He wants you to exercise. He wants you to move your body. He says there's a march you could do. He wants you to march. So that means that there's an opportunity to march, or you just did. It could be obviously a protest of the times. It could be something to do with the way he died. It could be all those kinds of things. But he shows you marching down the street, and he really wants you to do that. He says that you have a beautiful picture of him right next to your heart, and that you're always like talking about him. And then he says it's just really critical that we really remember his life more than his death. Like, death and life come together, but often when people die, we just remember the death, and we just can't get to the beauty of the life sometimes. And please don't forget, is it a locket you have of his? Are you carrying his necklace? Obviously it could be ashes or something, but it's a chain. I feel like, I can hold it, but I could also wear it. I hope that this is understandable to you. Skateboarding, something about like wheels outside. I hope you still have this item. It would be something that had a wheel, which could be a skateboard. It could be one of those lime things. It could be a scooter. You're very beautiful. There's an artistic nature about this person in some way. Makes me think like, ooh, I could have a beautiful print of him somewhere on my body, or he had prints. Artist, a lot of artwork, a lot of art energy. Like, I don't know if you had paintings done of him from professional people. What he needs you to do, Mom, is stand up and get courageous and take charge, and don't let anything keep you down. Not anything. If you have a foundation, he wants you to build it. Also, trees are blossoming around you.
Wow.
He says, okay. She believes I'm here now. She knows I'm here. She says she heard me. She's going to do it. And she's something about a scholarship. So I don't know if there's a kid with an athletic nature or school scholarship, but there should be a scholarship maybe in his name.
Got it. I will look for confirmation from Felinda in the comments. We do have a lot of love for you, Rika. Carmen said, thank you so much for the confirmation I was looking for.
Wow.
Ray said she is awesome.
You guys are awesome.
Lots of love for you. You are awesome.
Thank you.
I know we're going to be moving over
Yeah.
to Tarot soon, but I just wanted to ask what your schedule is looking like for the
Oh,
next month.
thank you.
People wanted to make
So
an
my typical schedule is Monday through Thursday. Mondays 12 to 7, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 12 to 6. I keep telling myself I'm going to get on Friday, Saturday, Sunday and just do straight up chat because I'm very good at chatting as well. Like it doesn't have to just be phone. Chat is great. I do take direct messages as well when I'm offline, and I do answer them. If they come at 1 o'clock in the morning, yeah, I'm probably asleep. They're probably not going to get answered the next day. So be realistic about that. But I do my best to answer those as best as I can. But that's my schedule. And of course, I love everyone that calls. I've been here a long time. I have a lot of people I've talked to. And I love California Psychics. I love this job. And I love you people. Like, I can't even imagine a job with more fortune. So I so appreciate it.
That's awesome. For all of our new customers that are watching, we do have a promo code for you. That is Rika5 down on the screen below. So again, if you are new to California Psychics and want to give it a try, want to call Psychic Rika or any one of our other psychics on our website, go ahead, make an account, use promo code Rika5, and you guys will get $5 added to your first reading, which is awesome. Okay, you want to move to tarot?
Yeah. So have people ask for a card. We can do general or specific. I don't care. But just remember, like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I really want to hit this home today before we start. Like, it's your prediction is your responsibility, right? Like, we can see a beautiful future. I can tell you the way to get there. Yes, I always give people directions. I give people behavior. And the reason is that behavior makes your world. Like, how I behave is how my world is. And you're not exempt just because a psychic is telling you you can have something. The people that get their prayers answered take the reading and they say, I'm going to own this. This is who I want to be. Even if I don't feel capable, I'm going to develop myself into this aspect. And they do something on a daily basis to connect it. Those people always get their prayers answered. They often happen in ways that are just mind-blowing and inconceivable. You don't have to believe to get a prayer answer. You don't have to conceive to get a prayer answer, but you do have to behave in accord and alignment with that which you're asking. And that's just something that's really important to me for some reason today.
Good to know. You heard her, folks. Let's move on. Let's find a card for you. I have one. I have a ton of people actually asking for cards right now. Let's start with Alyssa over on YouTube, who is asking for a love card.
Okay. I turned it over before you asked because I'm like, this is for the person, right? Oh, but it fell out and another one came. Okay. I get very excited about images. Okay. I love the facial expressions. That's all. Okay. So the first card, Miss Alyssa Leanne, is the Two of Swords. And that is, swords are the mental condition, right? There are 4 conditions in the tarot. Mind is the sword. The cups are the heart. Earth is grounding, right? The ground, things of this earth. And then the other one, of course, is wands, which is like fire. So to get the Two of Swords, when it comes to peace, the first thing is you need to get at peace with love. The first thing is make peace, whatever it is. If you're single, though, you don't really feel completely single. So there could be someone that you've just started dating, or that like you're not you haven't claimed it, hasn't been claimed. The first thing is you need to get exactly at peace with where you're at and just have peace of mind with love. So it might mean you have to let go of 5 years ago, whatever, but please make peace with love. Nobody wants conflict in love. Everybody wants the same thing, a happy love. The first thing is peace. The second is the magic card, or the magician, number 1. This particular deck has a lot of different magicians in it, 3. It's the Aleister Crowley deck. But it doesn't matter. I wish all 3 of them would show up for you. So this one is really saying dare, no, be silent, let it happen. So let's write down your conditions. What are your conditions for love? Obviously, number 1, it's peaceful mind on both sides. Number 2, do you guys both make the same amount of money? Do you care? Number 3, you want someone that you can have this kind of living situation with. But let's get the conditions. For example, when I found this job, I didn't know I was going to become a psychic at that moment, but I had conditions of how I wanted my life to go. And this one is the one that filled it. And it came like, I couldn't believe it, but I didn't know it. I mean, it was crazy. So the first thing is write down the conditions. The condition is not, I don't want a scrub. That's not a condition. The condition would be like, I want someone who's financially responsible like me, right?
Mhm.
So let's make the conditions. Once you make the conditions, you need to actually do an affirmation with that on a daily basis, connect to it. I don't really think we manifest. I think we get in rhythm. I think vision boards work because people are looking at it every day and they're getting in rhythm with what's already existent. Everything is already here. When your prayer is answered, you're just open your eyes to see it. So get in rhythm with the conditions and then know deep in your heart it can happen. Got the Wheel of Fortune card, which means you're probably going to end up with like the best mate known to man. Is going to probably be such a change of fortune from where you've come from before that you'll be able to public speak about it. That's how it makes me feel. You want to have a relationship that you could do a TED talk on and encourage every single person in the audience. That's how you make me feel. And then the success card, and then that's it. I'm not giving you no more because it's all so good. Then you get the success card, which means it'll be successful financially, successful on all things on earth, which is everything, because this is where we live. Successful with your way, your physical bodies go together, successful on building foundations and all sorts of things. Yeah, you need a love that's worthy of a TED talk. That's what I hear about you.
Wow, that is awesome. Learning something new. What a great little selection of cards for you, Alyssa. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I want
moving
them.
Yeah, those are really good cards. Jess from YouTube. Hi, Bree and Psychic Rika. May I please have a general card? I appreciate your
Let's
guidance.
do it. Although I have to say, do you live near water, Jess? Like a lake? Are you moving? Can you tell me? Is she there? Shoot.
Jess,
I
if you are
feel something
here,
about her and a water. Maybe this is part of it. But I just think, God, are we going to move? Are we going to get a lake house? Are we living near the water? Do we just sell? Like what? Like there's something like this going on. Okay, but let's see what this general card says.
okay.
Okay. One general card. You think a general would be easier to find, but it's not. Oh, okay. Your general card is the card of death. I do not predicting death. That's not what this means in the tarot, but if that's not what we're doing. Death is a change of status. Death could be a move. Like I was just thinking, I wonder what's up by the water. Death could be the end of a job, which would be feel more of that for her, like a completion in a career sense of some sort, like a job, and moving on to something new. Death could be, yeah. Oh, you wish you could.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
so let's start wishing for real. Why don't you start wishing? So think about if you could live near the beach, what would have to take place? Because this death card is telling us that's okay, Nathanda. We'll get to
Here
the
we go.
advice.
Tongue
Because
slip.
this card is telling us, Jess, that you probably can have that change, that location. I saw you moving, but you're with someone. I don't think it's just a picture. That's your kid, obviously, in your picture, but you can make this move. Also, I don't know, something about your dad is incredibly important to me. If he's passed away, he's saying hello. If he's alive, his goodwill for you is enough for you to make these transitions. You could pray for the sake of my dad. I'm able to make the transition to the beast effortlessly with my job, my family, etc. But that's what your general reading turned. You didn't get a general, you got a specific. Sorry about it. You're probably not a generalist. Also, the sun is up. So let's go. Smile like the sun and shine your light on. Yeah, your daddy came. Yeah, your daddy's helping you. Is that William, honey, or is there W's with the other granddad or the family? I heard W, which could be William, Bill. Sometimes it's Robert, Bob, right? But like just because of the way that the Bills and Bobs go. But anyway, you let me know if that's true. If there's any W's with this family somewhere, even if it connects to the children's dad's side, right? I want to know about it. But your daddy's helping you, so you need to really know that there's sun there. And they say that you struggle with mixed happiness, like the struggle for you, which again, there's no general. I wanted to make it general, but it's not general. They say the struggle with you is that you struggle with like mixed happiness, like indecisiveness a little bit, like you're here, but then you go because this has pluses and that. But I would move. Let's go to the water. Let's ask your daddy for help. Why don't you tell us what you need to get to the water? They'll make it appear. Your eyes will open. You'll connect. You'll see.
Mm.
Is there a general? No. Fill a fortune with you too.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's find another one. And I'll keep looking out for everybody's confirmations and comments. So,
I love that you guys can confirm some of these things.
yeah, there's so many comments, but I'm trying my best to pick out the ones
You're
that are
amazing.
commenting.
Amazing.
Okay, let's see. Tamika from YouTube would like a general card.
Okay, let's see if we can do general people. I bet you it's because I'm not a generalist. I
Mm.
bet you it's because I am a specificist. Is that a word? No. I know. I know. But let's have some
It
fun.
is now.
It is now.
Mhm.
Okay, the card you got was the Queen of Swords. I'm going to read it generally because that's what you've asked. So the Queen of Swords is a queen, first off. She's not a princess, and she's not, one of the numbered cards, right? Swords, again, are mind. So this is a card of taking off the mask. If you can look closely, which these are backwards, so it's hard for me. See how she took her mask off and she's holding it and she's laying back and she's got her sword. She is just, she has taken a relaxation from telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Don't be afraid. I'm a blunt person. I am able to deliver hard news. I can be incredibly strict, but I'm incredibly loving and sweet and kind as well. And the Queen of Swords is all of that. She tells the truth from compassion. She tells the truth because it's the best for all parties involved. And she doesn't not tell the truth. So this general card, if we look at it generally, is saying it's time for you to take off the mask and be who you are. Whoever this is speaking to, whether it be Tomika or other people, if you are someone who tries to condition who they are because you're trying to mitigate the response of someone else, like, oh, I think I'll do that because I think that's what they would rather prefer. That's way too much. It's too convoluted in the mind. It creates entanglements. It makes things difficult. It also weakens your perception because once again, you're running your actions through the mind of another. That's not the way to do it. Why don't you stand up and take the mask off and tell the hard truth to who it is? If it comes to love and relationship, for example, which is where I'm feeling to go with this general, let's say you have to tell the truth to someone that you care about. It will work in your favor. That person will be able to change and give you what you need.
You are amazing. Let's find another one. People love that word that you made up, by the way.
Do they?
Hello, Rika, a specific LOL. Card reading between me and Pete, please.
Thank you, Miss Walsh. Okay. Ooh, this is a love reading. She didn't say it, but it is. Mm-hmm. You and Pete have like past life connection. Did you happen to know him for real? Like, I want to know, like, it feels like you could have known him 25 years ago. This feels like something deeply rooted in the past. If it's just a past life, fine. But this feels like been going on a long time. Let's see what card will come up when my little hands will stop shuffling. Someone tell me to stop. Okay. 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 Suspicious. All right. The first one is the Prince of Swords. Okay, mind, our minds. We must learn to master our minds and not let our minds master us or the minds of others. Like I said, it's so easy to attach negatively to your environment. I mean, we're being fed these types of division and separation daily in the world. But it's really our jobs to connect our minds in a way where the old shit doesn't keep happening. This Prince of Swords is talking about people that like are so afraid of the past happening again that they're unable to connect like they're supposed to, right? So it's really time to know that it doesn't have to go that way. There's a lot of machinations. It could easily be coming from Pete. People love the words narcissism. They love these modern words, but to me, these words are so like limited. Like, great, he's a narcissist. Then what? Who cares? Like, what matters is how do we speak to someone's heart in a way that those mental conditions don't affect them anymore? There's something very, very about his mom, which to me would lead to unfortunately, the negative relation he has in love. But I hope that you guys work it out. They say that you can really have what you want. Like they give the love, the Six of Cups, which says this could be all family love, like love of family, love of home, love of everything. But again, the obstacle is this mind of defeat, the Five of Swords. The only reason, the only problems people have in this situation, it's not the love, it's the mind. So how do you conquer that? You really pray that the courage and wisdom exists between the two of you, that love takes precedence, that somehow the heart matters most, that the heart can matter most here. And when we want to get caught up in the head and let's say, oh, he doesn't change or you don't change, like give it more than a day, people. Give it more than a second. Give it more than the up and down. We're usually up and down with our reactions. This is pretty strict. There's so much conflict in the mind in this situation. It's a little bit overwhelming. This is one where I could get medieval on you because I could just be like, oh my God, shut up, right? That's how deep the mind is. So Susan, let your mind go. Say from this moment forward, I'm not going to attach the mind to the situation. I'm going to attach to the heart of the situation. I'm going to let go of the defeat. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to stop expecting the worst. I'm going to find this love. I'm going to connect my heart to the love. I'm going to draw out the true, genuine love of our hearts and no more conflict of the mind. Time to stop fighting. Your dad is very important to me too, Susan.
All righty.
Wow, that was a little more intense, Susan, huh? But I think you got it. She says she's going to let it go. She's going to stop with the mind. She's going to stop claiming it. It's a limited mind. That's what it is. That's what that means. It means that you want something from someone that you don't think their minds can be different. Time to get unlimited. Time to let people be available to change just like you. Time to let everyone's minds be capable of doing things that you have no idea about.
Ooh, I love that.
And vice versa, I guess. This must bring you a lot of headaches.
Love it. Okay. We have, again, just so many people loving you, Rika. Rose said she's having such a great time.
Thank you.
And I've seen a lot of comments similar to that. So,
wow. We have about 2-3 more minutes. I have to get off about 3 minutes.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. So this might be our last one. This is from Mary Ann. She says, "Hi, Rika. Love card, please. Jeff has stepped away again. Can you give me some insight into his intentions?"
Let's get his intentions. Before I pick this card, I want you to write in your piece of paper, number one prayer, that his intentions and behavior match. I think it happens to all of us. I might have good intentions and it might come out of my mouth like I'm a jerk. Like, intentions and behavior are not necessarily go together. We want them to, but let's find out what his intentions are. I want to take a deep exhale. Oh, honey, Marianne, who's Charles or Charlie or the CK connection? I went towards man, but obviously it can be, female as well. And I think I want you to concentrate on the letter itself. It could be a first, middle, or last name. Let me see about Jeff. Peace. Jeff also has the energy of someone that's been divorced. I don't know if he's currently married or just if it's separated, but there is something about a past relationship on him, but his intentions are peace. We got the same card. The intention is peace of mind. So why don't you start praying every day in whatever way is natural to you, at least 5 minutes in the morning and evening, that Jeff's whole intention and desire to have total peace and harmony in relationship comes true with you. Which means that if you are always wondering if you have mistrust issues, or you're always like, what is he doing? Or he doesn't share enough, so you think something's going on, time to lay it down. But peace of mind. I hope you get married on an island, like Hawaii or the beach, maybe 1 year. 1 year. Yeah, he can come back. He can come back immediately. The moment you start praying for peace of mind together, and that you're not trying to force like something to be wrong, I bet you it'd take you 2 weeks. Yeah, and then I think you guys are going to get married in a year by the water. Write that down because we all need to know what happens exactly in 1 year.
I love it. I just saw a question right here. This is just a question for me. Bree, will this be able to be reposted so I can write down what Rika said? Yes. So this will live on our Facebook and our YouTube forever. So if Rika answered one of your questions, you can go back, rewatch it, listen to it as many times as you need, write everything down. This is not going to be deleted. So this is here for you guys forever.
Oh my gosh. How did a whole hour anyway, I can't believe it's already over. Obviously we need like a 6-hour. You know what we need to do? This is a suggestion. I don't know if it's a place. We need to do little like groups where we can get groups where we can interchange, like people of 12, groups of 12. I don't know where it came from, but this is where I'm thinking today. Like, it would be so cool to do these things where we could really interchange with each other.
Yeah. No, that would
I love
be
you
fun.
all. These all go the right way. See, I knew I loved you. The Ace of Cups is how we're going to end it. Just remember, you're always able to connect to love in the environment. If you're stressed out or you have a lot of high empathy or you feel a lot, just say, work with the light, just the light, nothing but the light. I'm going to be the person that connects my heart to my entire environment. That's who I'm going to be no matter what. Just make that decision.
I love that. And that is a great way to end it. We will not be here next Monday, but we will be here in 2 weeks with another talented psychic. So we will see you all then. In the meantime, we hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And we will see you.
And I'll be back in a month. I'll be back in July. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bree. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah.
Have
You're
a great day,
awesome.
I'm on the phone now. I'm going to go back on the phone for at least 3 more hours. So call me.
Sounds good. Bye, everybody.